Hello and welcome to another fly tying session with your host Scott. In this session we're going to be tying a fly known as the Skinny Damsel. It's a small damsel imitation. I say small, it actually matches the real thing quite closely. So it's less of a lure and more of a nymph. So it's in that sort of bracket there. So it's going to be put in the nymphs playlist rather than the lure playlist. To do this one, it requires you to do something a bit weird involving monofilament and fire, which is always good fun. So I'll show you what I mean shortly, but I'll go through the materials required first. So in the vise we have a Camazan B8 13 size 12. This is a 1x long shank, or 1 times long shank. I actually quite like these hooks for the general proportions of a fly that they give you. What we're going for is something that looks a bit like this one. It's quite a small damsel nymph pattern. For those of you who shun lures, it's absolutely ideal. If the fish are feeding on damsels, then I'd probably fish with that. And to do it, we're going to need a uni thread in, this one's in olive dun. I'm going to try this shade for this video, but I have done it in the medium olive as well. That's the one that I've just shown you. We're going to need a length of fairly thick monofilament. This one is about 20 pound breaking strain. You don't need much of it. That's to create the eyes in a bit. I'll show you how we do that. We're going to need some olive dubbing for the thorax. I'm going to use hare's mask. We're going to need some olive marabou. This is some stuff I've dyed myself, and there's some stuff in there that isn't dyed by me as well. It's all mixed in. And then we've got some light olive pheasant tail. We're going to use that for the thorax and the legs, and also the rib. So overall, this actually uses not many materials, but I wouldn't go so far as to say it's a simple fly, mainly because of this advanced technique of creating your own eyes. It's unweighted as well, so you probably need to use some sort of system to get it down to the fish. So you can use either tweezers or a pair of forceps. So I'm going to be using my forceps, and you want a length of mono about probably 10mm long, and then lock it in your forceps like so. Then you're going to get yourself a lighter and melt each end. Flip it round and do the other one, and that's your eyes. Let it cool, obviously. Keep those somewhere safe, they're very easy to lose. Then we're going to bed the hook only to about there, because we're going to put the eyes in first. Trim away the excess, grab your eyes, try not to lose them, it's very fiddly. Wind up to where you want them to sit, lay them the same plane as the hook shank, put a loose turn in, and then sort of let them naturally spin round, and then centre them. Put a figure of 8 turn, try and get them centred, that's the hard part. There we go, that's centred, and then lock them in. With figure of 8 turns. You can come up and under like so, that can help lock them in as well. There we go, that'll probably do it. Then we go up down to the bend of the hook to tie in our tail. Now you want it to be quite a sparse tail, using the marabou. I'd probably say no more than a thumb's width. That one's too light. Let's get a darker one. Now the ones I've been seeing, we caught a few fish not long ago and put them in a bass bag, and when we pulled the bass bag out, it was in a bed of reeds, the bass bag. The damsel nymphs had attached themselves to the bass bag, and you could see them on there climbing on the side there, and as a result we managed to get a good look at them, and should be able to copy them in shade. So you want a small amount of marabou, no more than a thumb's width. Strip the rubbish off on the end there. You try and keep this as skinny as possible, that's the key. And tie that in. Tail length is completely up to the operator. It might end up a bit shorter than that in a bit. And tidy up. Don't worry about bits sticking out at the moment, they'll soon disappear. So we want the thorax to start there, so we'll wind the rib again. Just use the finger of your free hand to keep it in position, and then tie it off. It's worth having the patience to do it. It does look quite good. Then we're going to get about, it's probably going to be closer to 8. I'm not really going to bother counting them, I'm going to use my own judgment with it, but you need between 6 and 10 strands of pheasant tail. So I was tying a cockabundy in the last video. And tie those with the legs facing forward to start with. It's going to form your legs and your thorax cover. There we go, that'll be your thorax cover, and those are your legs. And you're going to get some of this dubbing. Just try and get the under fur if you can. You just need quite a bulky thorax, so that it's prominent at least. So dark olive hare's mask I've got. And then we're going to split and push back these legs. Takes a bit of time to do. The key is to try and get them in equal proportions each side. There we are, I think we got it. Get them between finger and thumb and tie just behind the eyes to help them slide back like so. There we go. A few rogue hair's ear fibres, and then come to the eye, underneath the eye, the monofilament eyes. Bring the thorax cover over and tie in at the eye. Like so. And trim as close as you possibly can, and then start to form your head. And come in a whip finish. Now June is fast approaching, and this is when these flies do the most damage. Saying that though, there has been quite a lot of damsel flies fluttering about while we've been fishing lately, so even in late May you should get some sport with the damsel nymph. And there we are. I might just nip a bit off the tail, but apart from that I think I'm happy with that. Thank you all very much for watching. I shall varnish to finish. A few hair's ear fibres I'm not happy with. There we go. There we are. That's the skinny damsel. Thank you all very much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye for now.